Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good rushing offense. The Browns are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against a Saints team that wants to keep the running game in check.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Cleveland Browns. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram, takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They go play action with Cutler. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Over. Here we go. Check. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Cutler on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second down, Ingram. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play action. Cutler. That is caught at the 7. A very solid gain of 27. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt. They're going on 4th down. It's Cutler. He's got him. It's caught in the end
end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake. Hogan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On third down, Hogan. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On first and 10, Hogan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second down, here's Crowell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Over.
To throw on third down, Hogan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. That will get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll throw on first down with Cutler. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, Cutler. And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Hogan now. This one complete to Coleman. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now Hogan. And that'll be incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Throwing again. Hogan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with a flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now after the interception, here's Cutler. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their 1st drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Green 39. Green 39.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Cutler. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Cutler on 3rd and long. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go. Boom, landed.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hogan. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Alex Anzalone from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go.
They'll send Gordon in motion left.
3-19. Leopard. Watch him now, Barney.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hogan. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. So they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Cutler. He is going to find Hill here. And some space here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. Running right, this is Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Wow, I can't help it. When I see Jay Cutler throw the football and throw one like that with a big completion, I can't help but be impressed.
His arm strength, such an asset.
It really is, because it gets him in trouble sometimes, but I think it gets him out of trouble more often than that.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal with the 3. They got 2 yards.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Cutler. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd and goal, Cutler. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Around the NFL, they're into the 2nd quarter in the Meadowlands. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go. Green, 39.
4th down. Here's Cutler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That one goes for 24 yards. Fresh set of downs here. From the shotgun, Cutler. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have really...
Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. It's Cutler again. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first down, it's Cutler. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Give him 16 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. His throw incomplete.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. And he comes back with one complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing again, it's Cutler. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. T.J. Yeldon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And the Browns getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking to throw. Hogan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go now.
A final shot before break. Hogan, the throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run it again with Crowell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Hogan. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
And the wideout in motion. Off-play action. Hogan. Letting one go deep for a noon. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quincy Enunwa with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Cutler. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Christian Kirksey not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Cutler to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Here we go now.
They'll try and throw for it with Cutler. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball.
Now the pressure gets to Hogan, and he goes down on the sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go now. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Patriot.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Alex Okafor. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and that will come the offense as they take over. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now Cutler looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
an opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's struggling. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Tyler Davison with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now it's Crowell running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing deep here for Coleman. A swing pass caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Isaiah Crowell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Manti Te'o in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Crowell. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Browns on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Hogan. Is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looking to throw. Hogan. And he floated one out there, incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And from the 3 now, it's second and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Cutler on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, it's Cutler. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
A very solid gain of 27. Cutler to throw again. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll toss it to Crowell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And some room to roam now. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Cutler will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
A first down carry now for Crowell as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Cleveland, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Go!